Okay, ladies, start.
Hello and welcome to another IIW event. So today's event is a part of IIW's year-long celebration to celebrate womanhood. So the motto of IIW is, as you all know, promoting art, talent, skills, businesses, networking opportunity, supporting ideas, helping, release dreams, acknowledging, inspiring, and much, much more. I can literally go on. So I would love to, give a big shout out to Rashmi and the entire team for their monumental effort. Rashmi, very well done. We love you. So today we bring to you two women with dreams to make it big, Darshana Shah and Nilanjana. So let me introduce you to our first guest, Darshana Shah. So Darshana is a meditation expert teaching meditation and wellness sessions. She is an Art of Living Facilitator and has been volunteering with the Art of Living Foundation for 11 years. She has been trained thousands into meditation workshops. So during the COVID alone, she hosted a month-long health and well-being session on various platforms, training more than 300 people during COVID times. She is a poet and author too. Her first book of poems, Tell Me Your Dreams, and 7 other poems is available to buy on Amazon. This is amazing. She is also a motivational speaker and coach and has been a guest speaker on various esteemed events. Big round of applause for Darshana. So she's also the founder of online chat show Reflection with Darshana, with the aim to help small businesses to promote their products and services. A big hello to Darshana. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing? Thank you for having me today. And really hats off to IIW for continuously, bringing us this evening sessions, which are so inspiring. And thank you very much, Haimanti, for hosting me and Nilanjana today. I know there is a lot of background work behind hosting. So really thank you for your time and thank you for having me as a guest today.
So all my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming to the show. So Darshana, tell us a bit about how it all started. This chat show online. This looks so interesting.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't plan anything. I was just many years ago. I used to when I was when I was a teenager, I used to compare programs on the stage, and it was like it started actually with I was born in Bombay, and we used to have all these programs happening like dances and dramas and skits and plays, and I used to be always performing on those programs and a huge audience. But I noticed that every single time only a male used to compare the programs, but never women. So I thought that I asked the chairman and everybody that why should women not compare the programs, and they said, but would you be able to do it? I said, I mean, why not? So it was like a challenge, and I was only 19 years old then, and I compared the program, and there were about 25,000 audience. There's huge audience in Bombay. So it started then, and then I started receiving a lot of compliments for that, and got invited to compare a lot of programs, and also was invited to go for modeling, invited to parties where I had a chance to meet other guests, and they said, you should do your photo shoot, you should do this, you should do something on these lines, because that was gaining the popularity and people were talking about me. But I was a simple girl. All I wanted was to do my master's degree, have a job, and that's what I did. I said, no, I can't do all those photo shoots. I have to study and I have to get my master's degree. So that's what I did. I got a master's degree, and I wanted a government job, so I got a government job. And I completely forgot about all this comparing and all that. But what you love doing comes back to you. And I believe that life is in a circle, and it's the passion which, if you're meant to do something, it just comes to you. So after all these years, I forgot about it, but then I got married and I came here in UK. And as you know, UK, living a life in London is always very, very, very stressful and very busy. And life was continuing, it was going on. I forgot about all the talents that I had. And that's when, COVID happened. And, inspiring Indian women were started. We and Rashmi and all of us, we started wellbeing sessions. So I was hosting for whole 1 month, the whole series of the first wellbeing sessions of the Inspiring Indian Women. And that's how the hosting started. And then somebody said that, you should actually host shows on this XYZ channel. I wouldn't name it. And then I said, yeah, sure, why not? And then I called that person, and then that person said that, yeah, you can host, but it will be on voluntary basis and you'll have to travel here. I said, yeah, not a problem, because I loved doing it. And it so happened that he didn't respond to my calls and text messages, though everything was agreed, and even I agreed to do on volunteer basis. And then one fine day I just woke up and I said, I know so many people, why do I need to host his chat show or his radio show or whatever he calls it? Whether I can have my own chat show. And that's how I started my chat show. And I was talking to my friend, and they suggested the names, and there were 2-3 names. They were very good friends of mine, and that's how this came into being, because I'm a yoga and meditation teacher also, and I do reflect a lot in my life. So that's how the name came about. It just happened. Reflections with Darshana, that's how the chat show started.
This is such a beautiful story. This is really, really inspiring. Let me tell you that. Well done to you, Darshana. Well done. So I was thinking, your show is about, promoting small business. So I was just wondering, what made you, want to help promote people with small business? So why are you doing that?
So what happened was, it was, basically I started it to, talk about meditation and yoga, which is my passion, as you already mentioned that I'm Art of Living teacher as well. But I started 1 or 2 shows, and of course I invited my friends first because I didn't know who wanted to come on my show. But I'm glad that there are some people who initially said no.
Yeah.
When they said that no, they don't want to come on my show, and now they want to come on my show. So I'm always thankful to everybody who has said a yes and no. And that's why I started with my friends who were very inspiring people in my life. They inspired my life in different ways, and I thought these people should be guests on my show. And of course, as you know, Rashmi is such an inspiring woman. She was my first guest, and then there were many others. And as I progressed, initially I thought that I'm going to have this chat show for only 7 weeks. But then guests, people started to approach me, and they said they would like to be a guest on my show, and they would like to promote their services. I mean, I wasn't promoting, but it automatically happened, like you have me today. Of course I'm going to talk about Art of Living, of course I'm going to talk about meditation, yoga. So it automatically happened. And then there were people who were requesting to be on my show, and I was honored for that. And it just happened by default.
That is just fantastic. I'm just wondering, so Darshana, and you have to be honest about this, yeah. So do you want to, go big with the chat show in future, like live chat show with, serving, where you will be serving coffee to people, hint, like coffee with current, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I haven't decided, because as you know, as I already mentioned, I just go with the flow. There are some Sundays when, I'm teaching, and there are some Sundays in which I have back-to-back schedule of, having introductory sessions, having leading a yoga session. So, some Sundays I really cannot do, but I haven't thought about it. But like how you said, coffee with Karan, that was one of the names that my very good friend suggested, that let's have coffee with Darshana. I said, I don't know if I want to have that. then he said that why don't we have it as chai with Darshana? I said, no, not really. And then, it's just like he kept on, uh,
Suggesting
telling
names.
me, let's do this, let's do this. Sorry?
Can I suggest one name? Lassi with Darshana. Lassi is a great drink, right?
Sorry?
Lassi with Darshana.
I don't know. Everybody is welcome to suggest, it's your show as much as it is my show. It's not like I'm fixed or on anything, or I'm fixed on that there will be only these guests or there will be only women. There's like, I've kept it open. It's not like anything planned, but, I do sometimes it's like, schedule of people change, so I do have to reschedule some guest cancelled, like last week some guest cancelled, and then if they inform me very last minute, then I can't find another guest. So there are some issues there, but that's why I've said that I don't commit on anything. It's like everybody is welcome on my show, and I basically, I go with the flow, what I want to do. It's not like decided or it's not planned or anything, but and I love it that way, that way you're very natural, and you're with the flow.
Absolutely, Darshana. And canceling, when you're doing shows, and let it be like TV shows or radio shows or any kind of chat shows, talk shows, things will be cancelled. That there will be uncertainties. But whatever you are doing, you're supporting local businesses and promoting small businesses during this unprecedented times. So hats off to you. This is amazing.
Yes,
Fantastic.
it's promoting the small businesses, then big businesses, big reputed people who have their international business. They also came on my show and promoted their services, promoted their products. It was like what you're passionate about, you can't help but you talk about it. And it wasn't planned anything like that. But I'll give you an example. Like there was an Vedic astrologer on my show, and there were many people who contacted him directly. I didn't even know that, because I tagged that person on Facebook. And there were some people, who sort of they were not on Facebook. So that's how this YouTube channel came about, that I really thought that I should go and put them on YouTube channel as well, so that it is there and people can come and watch it anytime they wish. And that's how my YouTube channel came about. And there were people who started watching on YouTube, and they approached me that they want this person's number, whoever is my guest. And that's how it automatically started promoting by default.
Fantastic. Super. So a big shout out to all the listeners right now. Guys, you must follow Darshana, like, subscribe to your channel.
Thank you for
Fantastic.
that, Haimanti.
And after the session, can you just, in the comment section, can you write down your social media handle and the details of your YouTube channel? Yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
Darshana, you are also a certified 200-hour yoga trainer, and you offer free sessions thrice a week during this lockdown. So can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes. So in the first lockdown, now we are a little bit opening up, and fingers crossed it stays that way. And I had a time on my hand, and I wanted to, certify as a 200-hour yoga teacher since many years. But it required commitment of over 1 month holidays, which is difficult to have that whole month off from work. And it wouldn't fit in my schedule. But everything is online now. So these 200 hours training sessions, I did it online because I'm already an Art of Living teacher, and it wasn't that. In fact, I enjoyed a lot because they were, you can pace the class at your own speed. You can watch them at your time, and you can practice on your time. And then we were given kind of assignments, because we do have to, clear those assignments. It's not like because you're online, then it's a bit easier. It's not like that. It's in fact more stricter to do online. So we were given a time frame that, but the only point is it's up to you. If you're a morning person, you wake up and you do it. If you're an evening person, you do it at whatever time you fit it around your work schedule. And that's why I decided to qualify as a 200-hour yoga teacher, because Art of Living teacher, we teach about pranayama and meditation and Sudarshan Kriya, which is the cream of the Art of Living course. That is another training that I've done in Germany and also in Bangalore International Center. And this is 200 hours specifically yoga training. So I was teaching thrice a week to people. I offered free sessions to everybody during COVID, and now my work commitment has changed. So I'm going to start again back on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That is super brilliant. How do you do that? So many things. You're so multi-talented, Darshan, I must say. Brilliant. Okay, so Darshana, I was about to ask you, what kind of yoga do you teach?
So, there are many types of yoga, but all yoga involve like hatha yoga. Hatha yoga is, it's the physical part of it's very physical. But in Art of Living, we don't believe that it's just yoga is not just what you do on the mat. Actually, yoga begins after your yoga session is over. So in Art of Living, it's more about wisdom. So we follow Patanjali, the Saint Patanjali. He is called the father of yoga, and his wisdom is beyond par. I mean, it is so scientific, and it is so much in like a statistic, step by step he leads, because yoga should lead you to meditation. If yoga doesn't lead you to meditation and it doesn't change your life in the way you deal with people, then actually that's not yoga. So we follow the Patanjali, and of course, we follow the Bhagavad Gita principles as well. I don't know how many of you know, but in Bhagavad Gita also, Sri Krishna has imparted this knowledge about yoga, and this wisdom series is also covered in this. So whenever I teach any yoga class, it's not just about asanas. Asanas is just the physical part of the yoga, but actually yoga means union. The word yoga is union. And union of what? Union of the body and the mind. Because our mind is like, physically you are here, but our mind is a very naughty child. It's like all over the place. It's never here. It's called the monkey mind. And that's why handling the mind through the yoga and through the breath, it's much more easier.
Wow, it's fantastic. So, Darshana, do you feel that anyone can enjoy and gain from yoga?
Sorry, say that again.
So, do you feel that anyone can enjoy and gain anything from yoga, apart from meditation and
yes,
like
definitely. It's like yoga is for everybody. It's like I love pizzas, but you don't need to be an Italian to have pizzas, do you? You don't need to be. Like, we enjoy food from every culture. We enjoy music from every culture. In the same way, yoga is not meant for any particular religion or any particular country. Yoga is meant for everybody. So I would say it's for everybody. It's not for one person. It's a privilege to do yoga, and it's in these times, we do not need to go to Himalayas, or we do not need to go and sit off in a far jungle in a forest and pray. It's all happening in your place at your home where you are. So right now it's more easier with online classes. So it's not for any religion or anything. Everybody and all are welcome. And in fact, these days parents are even training their children into yoga and breath work and meditation from a very young age. So we have courses designed for all age groups. We have children kids courses, which is called Art Excel, all round excellence. And we have teenagers courses, which is called the Yes seminar. It's youth empowerment seminar, because the youth, the teenage issues, their hormonals are changing, hormones are changing so fast, their mind is working so fast. So they need to be calmed down in a different way. And of course, we have courses for people who are above 18 years old. So I teach the adults. It's much more easier to teach the adults. It's challenging to teach the teenagers, but I hope to become that teacher as well. I don't know, it depends. But as I said, it's for children, it's for teenagers, it's for everyone. It's for I have my on my classes, I had a 76-year-old lady, and I was like so inspired by her that at 76 she didn't want to just sit and do nothing. She was there. She didn't know how to use Zoom. She didn't know how to manage things, but she somehow learned and she came on my course. So it was a privilege to have her on my course, that people are so keen to learn. And it's actually, to be honest, Haimanti, it's like if you don't meditate, if you don't do yoga, it's so outdated if you tell somebody that you're not doing any of these things. Those days are gone when there was resistance to yoga and meditation. Now it is accepted worldwide. What do you say, Haimanti? Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I was thinking, what's the reason that meditation is becoming so popular these days, isn't it? It's extremely popular.
Yes, people have realized the reason for becoming meditation such a popular thing. It's not, I promote meditation. So it's not that you do only Art of Living, or you don't do Brahma Kumaris, or you don't do Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna temple. They have online classes. It's not, I don't restrict myself. Of course, I'm Art of Living teacher. So I've learned all these techniques from my guru, His Holiness Shri Ravi Shankar. So, he's the ambassador of peace. So of course I learned from him, so I practice this. But your question is so apt at this point of time, that everybody is doing some kind of meditation. And the reason that it is the very in thing to do is that people have realized that there is a lot of stress in people's life. It's not like, if you see the previous generation, like our parents, they were so strong, they were so calm, they were so physically fit. But this generation, if you notice, there's a lot of stress, there is a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of hurry to get and achieve a lot of things. And that is what stress is. What is stress? Stress is having too much to do and having very little time. And that is what is causing stress. And people have realized that they do need to slow down, they do need to calm down, they do need to be with themselves. And that's why people are all the time searching. If you do a Google search, trust me, anyone who is listening to this, just do a Google search, and you'll see that meditation and yoga is the highest rated thing that people are searching in today's time. And isn't it wonderful that we belong to a culture in India, a country where it all started thousands and thousands of years ago, because our rishis, our saints have been meditating, and now we are all learning it and passing on this culture to our whole world. And what an honor and proud to be an Indian, to be able to be this instrument and pass on this knowledge. Like knowledge passes on through generation to generation. My mother used to make some beautiful, we call it ghugra in our Gujarati during Diwali time. And she used to like say that there is a spoon available, you can use it with the spoon, and you can also carve it with your hand. So my mother said, I would like you to learn so that you can pass it on to the next generation. So same way, yoga and meditation, it's honor to be an Indian to pass it on. I was just approached last week by another women organization, and they said they would like me to host meditation sessions for them, because a lot of people are in a very stressful situation in India, a lot of volunteers, a lot of doctors. So I'm hosting sessions, meditation sessions for them. And this is my contribution to them. I don't charge anything for that. But at this time, if we know something in whatever capacity, I think this is the time to contribute, and this is the time to meditate more.
You are just amazing, Darshana. You're doing so much for so many people, and we are lucky to have you. We are.
Thank you so much, Haimanti, for your kind words, and thank you to inspiring Indian women, because they are the one. Rashmi is supporting me so much. All you lovely women, we have a WhatsApp group, we have a Facebook group, and it's so beautiful to connect with more and more people and spread this knowledge, spread this positivity around, spread your smiles around. That's what this life is about. Otherwise, we are in our little world, and when the life will end, we wouldn't even realize, isn't it?
Absolutely. And IIW, you rock. We all rock, isn't it? Fantastic.
Indeed.
So, Darshana, I was wondering, is there any right way to meditate?
So, a lot of people think that meditation is concentration, but I'm sorry to disappoint you. Meditation is not focus, meditation is not concentration. Meditation is deconcentration. When you meditate, what happens? Thoughts will come. And that's the nature of the thoughts. They cannot change their nature. What is the nature of water? It flows. Same way, what is the nature of thoughts? They are like clouds. They come and go, they pass. No thought can remain for longer than it has to remain. So when you meditate, we think that, oh, no thoughts should come. But to achieve that state, my friends, it's not like this. It takes years of practice. So when you meditate, please don't think you have to concentrate. Meditation is deconcentration. So if I've disappointed you and broken your myth, then I'm sorry. But there is no rule to meditation. Only the three rules are that you keep your phones
Oh,
off
wait.
just for that 10-15 minutes. That is a must. You keep your phones off. Tell your family, friends that, I'm just going to meditate for a few minutes. And then the three rules to meditation, there are no rules, but if you just say this in mind, then that strength comes in you to sit there for 15-20 minutes. The three rules are, I want nothing. That doesn't mean, of course, you're a human being and you have desires, but I want nothing just for this 15-20 minutes. So first rule is I want nothing. Second rule is I do nothing. So Guru Dev says, Shri Ravi Shankar says, meditation is a skillful art of doing nothing. Imagine you have to sit there and do nothing. So you have to say to yourself, I do nothing, and then you have to say, I am nothing. So it's called, in Sanskrit, it is called a state of shunyata, means a state of zero. And that is what it, zero means what? Nothing. And that's what it happens when you meditate. You feel that nothingness within. Actually, that nothingness is everything. And when you connect to that inner self, that doesn't require any religion. There is no religion. There's nothing in this. You just connect to your own self. And when you connect to your own self, you will see how you're creative, how you're so energetic, how you can connect to people, how you can understand what the other person is trying to say. We want our relationships to be better. We want our communication to be better. We want our decisions to be better. And that's what meditation does. And creativity, tell me about creativity, because I write poems all the time in the middle of the night as well. So yeah, you touch your inner self and blossom in your true self. That's what I would say.
So, Darshana, tell me, if I can't sit still, can I meditate?
Yes, initially you won't be able to sit still. The reason some people cannot sit still is, even if you observe, if you are in a group of people and you are at a restaurant or you are at a party or you're just sitting at home on a sofa, if you just observe, there are some people who are, constantly they have to do something. Either they'll be shaking the pen, they'll be looking the mobile, they'll be turning their hair around, they'll be, they are so restless. The more the mind is restless, the more they cannot stay still. And that's when the meditation comes. If you are starting and you keep changing your position, that's fine. But when you meditate daily, you'll automatically, the stillness will come. And that's what it is. We all are looking for that nothingness. We are looking for that stillness. So don't worry, even if you shake your hands or shake your legs, if you have to move during meditation, that's fine as well for beginners. And you'll automatically settle down and be stable.
So, is there a connection between creativity and meditation? I mean, if you meditate, will the person be more creative? What do you think?
Yes, that's a beautiful question. That's very close to my heart. I do feel that you become more creative when you are meditative, because you touch that. inner core, and it is so beautiful, that you become very creative and you become very sensitive, because you're touching that inner part, that 20 minutes, something happens. It cannot be described in words. I wish it could be, but all the beautiful things, it cannot be described in words. And I do feel that creativity and meditation is very, very, very connected.
So does yoga and meditation has a link? I mean, does breathing have to do with when you're meditating? Is there a particular breathing process that you have to breathe like this, or?
So what happens with as I told you, when we are restless, when we do start doing yoga, the restlessness in us calms down because of all the asanas, because the way these asanas and the workout is designed. I start with a workout, I call it shake up and wake up. So this shake up and wake up, it brings you uh, calms your system down, and then you begin with the asanas. And more you do asanas, your parasympathetic system, it starts getting activated. Your you start calming down when you do any physical exercise. It could be walking, it could be running. If you observe your thoughts after a walk or a run, your mind is more settled, and that's the time to meditate. But many people don't know this. After a workout, they go for straight for breakfast, or they go for some, they feel that, oh, now they need some energy. But actually, yoga is energizing. It is a very much part of energizing. Workout, like if you go for a long walk, brisk walk, that is energizing. And then when you settle down, that's the time to sit down and meditate, rather than going in the kitchen for the breakfast. So the way it is connected is, the restlessness calms down after yoga, and once the restlessness is calmed down, you'll be able to stay still in meditation. And that's the connection.
This is so beautiful, Darshana. Thank you so much. I mean, I didn't know that. So yeah, I'm sure our listeners, they must be so happy to getting all this knowledge. And I think we should do another session with you just for with meditation. This is so beautiful.
Thank you so much. I'm always available, especially for IIW. Inspiring Indian Women has, supported me a lot, and I'm always available. So you are welcome to contact me anytime. And please check out my YouTube channel as well, because on there are meditation, there are my chat shows, there is a lot of thing. Even poetries are there on the YouTube. So do check out my YouTube channel, and you'll surely find, because each day a person's need is different. Someday you might want to listen to a poetry, so there are poetries there, because of course, entertainment, music is also part of our life. Some days I've done very small videos on love and on relationships, and there are others, chat show, who you want to connect to. All the, I mentioned in the description box of who is the guest. Like there was a relationship and dating coach on my YouTube channel, and people loved her interview as well. So do check it out, and you're welcome to comment and ask me questions as well.
Fantastic. And I would love to come to your chat show. I would love to, one day, one day.
You're more than welcome anytime. We will connect soon on WhatsApp, and we'll set up a date.
And if it's a live show, then we'll have coffee or lassi. Your choice.
Yes. I share the recording with you, so you have it for yourself. And that's why people wanted to be a guest on my show. Then they have the recording, and they can show it to their clients in 3 months time, because after 3 months, our friends list change, more are added, our connections with people change. So that's how you connect with more and more people. It's not just one time that you come on my show. You're welcome to show it again and again, as much as you want. I'm happy about it.
Fantastic. Darshana, it was so refreshing and enlightening and inspiring to speak to you. This is fantastic. And before you go, can you just give us the details of your channel and share your details for your YouTube channel?
So my website is reflectionswithdarshana.com. which is very easy to find. On that, you will find my morning rituals. So what I thought was, yoga is one thing, but a lot of people, they do yoga, they do meditation, and they are very high energetic. But there is a way to, you know channelize this energy, and that is what is morning rituals about. So in morning rituals, I do yoga, meditation, but I have added a bit of chanting, a bit of sort of prayer, and not sharing with me, but focusing on your goals and achieving your goals. Because when you're vibrating high, that's when you go and set the goals and achieve it. So all that is covered in morning rituals. You're welcome to book that, or you're welcome to book a yoga session, whatever is good for you. And my YouTube channel is Darshana Shah. I haven't kept it Reflections with Darshana, because YouTube channel was started a long time back, but I didn't pay much attention. But since the chat show, it's flourishing, so it's Darshana Shah, and I'll put it in the chat and put it on the Facebook live video. I believe it's live, so I'll share it there as well.
And it's easier to find as well. This is Darshana Shah. So I think all the people, who are starting or planning to start the YouTube channel, it's best to keep it simple with the name, because it's easier to find them, isn't it?
Very true, very true.
Okay. So one more thing, tell us a bit about your upcoming book, Droplets.
So I've taken too much time already. You have another candidate as well, to another guest as well to interview. But what happened was, I wrote this poem, Tell Me Your Dreams, and other poems. It was many years ago. As a teenager, I wrote many poetries. But I thought I'll publish a book one day, but that one day never comes. And suddenly, I don't know, it just happened. And I published my book. And, they are like whole page books. So it's like, this is the book I've published, Tell Me Your Dreams and Other Poems. And as you see, there are like big poems, full page. But I realized that, the attention span of people these days in current situation is very less. So I started writing 3-liners, 4-liners, and that's why it's called Droplets. So you know how the droplets are just little drops. So that's how the name came, Droplets, and it's actually done. But the problem is, I'm not publishing it as I'm writing every day a few liners, So I think, oh, let me add this, and that's why it's about to be published very soon.
Fantastic, Darshana. Thank you so much, and all the best for your new book.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry if I've taken more of your time, and you are such a wonderful host. Thank you for having me, and thank you, IIW.
Thank you so much. And so, guys, now let me take you to our next guest, the beautiful Nilanjana Paul. Hi, Nilanjana.
Hi, Haimanti. Hi, everyone. Namaskar.
Namaskar. You look gorgeous, Nilanjana.
Thank you.
So before I start, let me tell all the audience, listeners, that she is the founder and the director of Introduce Kids. This is a fully accredited school to promote South Asian music and dance. So the main aim of the school is to create the love and respect for South Asian music and dance forms. So now that's just amazing, Nilanjana. So can you tell us, first of all, welcome to the show, and can you tell us that how it all started, the school?
Okay, so so I came, obviously I was a singer in India. I did my singing diploma, then masters, and I was performing and all of that. And I still remember my mom, she was very passionate about me continuing singing, and she would wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do riyaz and all sorts. So and then obviously I came here with my husband, didn't really want to come out of India, but hey ho, did. And then when I had my daughters, so I had I've got twins, 2 little girls, well, not so little anymore, but 2 girls. And that's when I kind of when they were 3, and they are 14 now. So when they were 3, I started training them, because at that time, obviously I couldn't find a school or something which catered to exactly what I needed. Either they were very, very professional, not really interested in teaching the children, but more of huge groups and trying to make money and things like that. So it just didn't, nothing appealed to me. So I started doing it myself. And gradually, there was a time where one of my daughters sang with me. Well, so she basically did um, a duet with me on a stage, and that then, well, everybody then, started asking and inquiring, and then I said, well, it's me, and I'm just kind of teaching them whatever I can, and so that's how I started the singing part of it. It was never very formal. It was just something I did, and alongside my regular job, and doing with my kids, and that kind of gradually grew, from 1 to 2 to 5 to 10, and it just kind of just grew gradually. And then there was certain turn of events, where I was managing a similar school for another organization, and obviously then I kind of started thinking, I can do this myself. So that's when I then started sort of, uh, you know doing, or planning to do a similar school. Now, that was, so then we started with one course each, and then I got accreditation for my school, because obviously being a parent, um, obviously it meant a lot for it's. So I kind of always look at this way, that what would I expect um, from a school if I send my children there today? So I would expect credential to what they're learning. So it should be certified. There should be a piece of paper to certify this is what I know. Secondly, I want my children to be, you know, to know that art form in their individual capacity, not in a group. So I don't want a janagana kind of thing where that the child is lost in the crowd. And thirdly, I want my child to be independent, because it's a performing art. When I perform, when I get the stage, that builds my confidence. So I kind of started doing this, giving the same back to the children of the institution, and that then kind of grew. We started with just Hindustani vocals, light music. We then put in Kathak. We then put in Bharatanatyam. We are the only school who offers accredited course in Bollywood music and dance. Because what happened was, when I first saw Bollywood going around everywhere, it was a case of putting on a music and just do whatever you like, really. But then Bollywood is a much deeper subject than that. Bollywood has got lots and lots and lots of music and dance forms. It's got lots of history to it. It's a lot of things involved, because people think, oh, Bollywood dance and Bollywood singing is the easiest thing, but it's not, because it involves contemporary dancing, it involves classical, it involves Western, it involves Indian, it will involves all, music from all around the world, really. So we then designed a very well-researched Bollywood syllabus, Bollywood music and dance, that we could then get accredited by OC in London. And we are the only school who does the accreditation for Bollywood music and dance. So that's that. And then obviously we also do, again, we do Hindi, we do Bengali classes and things like that. But the accreditation is, or the main certification is on the art forms. We started with UK. We started with UK students. But then the lockdown came about, and I know it's a really horrible time for everybody, but for our school, it was a time where we really grew, because we started getting students from across the globe. So right from Japan to Singapore to India to Dubai to Nigeria, Canada, USA, Germany, Sweden. We've got students from across the globe, really. And that has kind of opened boundaries, because we sort of got to research more about the life, the culture, the traditions there, what they're looking for, what they're missing, and then trying to fit that all in. And also because children are meeting same age group children from other parts of the globe. So in a batch, there could be a child from UK, a child from Singapore, a child from Nigeria, a child from USA, all together. And they have this opportunity to then, interact, understand what, schoolings, for example, very small things, schooling, the weather, what's the weather outside today? What is the time at where you are? Very small things, understanding that there's a time zone, there's people from different part of the world. We are still our same root, we are still Indians at the end of the day, or we are still Indian origins, but we stay in various parts of the globe, and what's famous there, what's actually happening outside. So yeah, I think it's quite nice when children from different part of the world interact. So yeah, so that's how the school started and grew in no time. Before I could understand what's going on, it kind of but then again, as Darshana said, I was very lucky, and I am still very lucky. I've got some wonderful people who has always supported, always cooperated, always said, oh, Nilanjana, pushed me, and always held my hand, and I'm so thankful to each and every one of them.
The story, how it all started, this is so fabulous, so beautiful, Nilanjana, I must say, that how it all started. And the concept is just fantastic, fabulous. But the best thing to me is your school is beautifully tailored by a mom. And who can do a better job than a mom, isn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, this is what it is. I mean, every child, and we specialize in working with children. All our teachers are DBS and security trained, and everyone is, and we are fully insured. We have actually taken various courses to make Zoom classes work for even 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, because what happens is they usually have a tendency to run away. What is this happening? They would run away. But we have built up those different ways of how to make the children not run away. Like they would stick on with us, with the teacher, for a whole hour. So it's a big thing for a 3-4-year-old just to stick in front of a laptop, or in front of doing these steps. But we have got our own various ways of making sure that actually happens. So our first intention is for them to actually like what they're doing. They need to first like what they're doing. They need to first enjoy what they're doing. If they don't do that, then it's a push, and then it fails at the end of it. So they have to like what they're doing. And that is our first intention. And once they fall in love with it, that's when we start building it up. So yeah.
I've always felt like the teaching the adults, it's much easier, right? If you start a Bollywood dance class or the music class, teaching the adults is like piece of cake. But working with the children is like the most difficult thing, isn't it? I do work with those children. We have a huge Bengali group here in Southampton, so we do, Durga Puja. Are you Bengali, by the way,
I
Nilanjana?
am.
Oh my God, Canada!
Small world.
And we should start doing the whole thing in Bengali. That's
Yes.
sorry to you.
No, I know a little bit Bengali. Apni kemon acho?
Yes,
Oh.
that's people know apni kemon acho, Roshogolla, and
I even know apni kothay jabe.
This is actually good. Lots of people I meet, they only say "Ami tomake bhalobashi," and they're all
yes,
men. That's so weird. How convenient is that? Learning that sentence, "Ami tomake bhalobashi." How? This is so weird. They're deliberately doing that, I'm telling you. So yeah, fantastic Bengali. That's why what can I say?
I mean, we have, having said that, we have even done a syllabus and got it accredited, like on Rabindra Sangeet. So we do an accredited course on Rabindra Sangeet as well, which is fully accredited by the government of UK, and it's acceptable. The certification is accepted all over the world. So yeah, because that's something I always wanted to do as well. So yeah.
Fantastic. You're doing a fabulous job. Fabulous job. And let me tell you, is that the logo at the background?
That's the logo. Yes, that's the logo of Indradhanush Kids. But having said that, when you said it's easier to work with adults, I don't know, but I just find the other way around. I think children are much easier because children are like clay. You can mold them in a really nice way. But adults come with preconcept notions. So their thinking, their way of the look, their approach is very it's very set and firm. But with children, you can really work with them and positively mold them. I feel working. So we've got adult classes running as well. We've got adult dance classes. So our oldest Kathak student is 68.
Wow.
And yes, and our oldest, and incidentally, she's a medical doctor as well. And her energy, absolutely, I mean, I can tell you, she motivates all of us anyways. And our oldest vocal singer is, I think she's about between 65 to 68. So and their enthusiasm is somewhere. But then again, having said that, I would say children are my favorite.
Of course, they're a bundle of joy, isn't it? So beautiful.
They are. I mean, they are just, yeah.
And I just love the name of your school, Indradhanush Kids. So what's the story behind the name?
There was no story really. What happened was, so I've got a co-director. So she and myself, we were just sitting and deciding the name really. And then we wanted to have something very much linked to children. And I always relate children with colors somehow. And when they laugh, when they dance, when they talk, I just feel like it's very colorful. And that's how Indradhanush Kids came into existence basically. So I mean, as I said, we do adult classes. I mean, lots of people get very confused. We do adult classes, but my favorite is children.
Okay, so that's period. Yeah, you have said it online. No, that's so awesome, so beautiful. So I was wondering, Nilanjana, so it has been always like that? Like, have you been always like, you always wanted to start a school like this?
No. See, I work for my local council. So I've got a completely different career. I never thought I've always been singing. But again, I never thought any of this would become anything more than just a hobby. But as I said, it started off with me teaching my girls, um, and purely that for years and years and years. And friends, family, friends or neighbors coming over and teach my. It was very like uh, just not very formal at all. And then gradually out people from outside, basically people outside my friends group, outside people I knew, started approaching, and that's when I became like, oh my god, what do I do now? So then it kind of became a bit more formal. But I mean, no, I never ever thought this is going to even happen.
And here you are doing
I know
fantastic,
it just,
fabulous job.
yeah,
Wow.
I never thought it will ever be anything like this. So, but again, as I said, there's so many lovely people who's always supported and always said, no, you can, just pushed me through. And I couldn't have done it without them.
Nilanjana, I have a business. I have a cloud-based, bookkeeping firm. Then I'm a radio broadcaster. I'm a singer myself, and sometimes I think like, um, I feel like sometimes with the deadlines, I feel like, oh, I'm so stressed. I do so much, this and that. But after talking to you people, I feel so inspired. You guys are so inspiring. Amazing. Hats off to you, people.
No, so my job is a job. I go because I need to earn, and it's a job. But Indradhanush Kids is my passion. I can work. I don't feel tired. I mean, especially when these 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds come on and, we are doing music classes and things like, oh my God, that is the best thing. And I do not feel tired. I actually feel quite refreshed after that. So it's not a job for me. So if it had been a job for me, then it would have been a problem, because that would be too long. 8 hours of normal job, and then the job of being a mom and wife and housework, and then this. So the rest of it all are jobs, but this is where I actually rewind. So it's quite nice.
So beautiful. I'm so inspired right now. Darshan, I feel elated even speaking to you people. Love you guys. So Nilanjana, tell us a bit about your YouTube channel.
So lots of parents sort of approach and say, oh, can you share what you do? And being registered as a school for under 18s, I cannot share videos nilly-nally, or on an open platform. Again, as I said, I look at everything from the point of view, what if that was my child? So so which is why we then started the YouTube channel, more for people who want to join, to give them an idea of what we do. So it's got glimpses of our live shows, glimpses of our classes, glimpses of students performings. But again, it's none of it is very open. It's quite but in a way where people will understand, but we are not kind of breaking any DPAs. So because I'm very, very, very possessive about the children and their safety. So which is the reason why this YouTube channel was started. It's got lots of security features where you can't download and things like that from our channel. You cannot comment, but please do visit and watch the videos. They're all very different. They are all very, so I mean, the days when you feel really like down in the dumps and really like horrible, those are probably the days you should go on our YouTube channel. It will proper bring a smile to your face when you see these little kids doing stuff, and it's very it's very, I mean, I do it, and I know people who say this to me, and that the days when we are really like down and don't feel like doing anything, really upset about something, we go and watch those videos. They're so nice to uplift your mood, basically. So
Sounds
yeah.
just so good. So the content, is it about the kids singing, dancing, or tell us about the content in the YouTube channel?
So it's got everything, basically. It's got yes, kids singing, dancing. We've done lots of live shows, and there's recordings of those live shows. There's some educational stuff as well. We also have shown our live face-to-face classes in in class, and also our online classes in progress, but again in a way which is which keeps the children's discreet, but you can see how our classes look like. So yeah, it's so I think it's a variety of things on there, showing our classes, showing children's which kids coming out and doing something for. We also ran a We Shall Overcome series when the first lockdown started and the COVID and all this came into where we were explaining the children what it means, what COVID means to kids of their age around the world, and obviously then gave them the opportunity to pick something and do as part of We Shall Overcome series, and they all did whatever they thought and they could relate to. So yeah, and we also had I think the most most memorable part was our interaction or our work with Sandeep Soparkar. So he's a Bollywood choreographer. We all know he's absolute gem, and thanks to Rashmi, who introduced us to Sandeep ji, and we kind of worked with him in London couple of years back, and that was a amazing experience for all the children, because obviously he taught. It was we were dancing with him, so he taught the kids the whole exercise, and that was an amazing learning experience for all of us. Kids
I'm pretty sure about that. I mean, getting the taste of a guy direct from the B town. How amazing is that?
It was. I mean, the kids were coming home from school 3:30, and then we all going to Euston and rehearsal till 12 in the morning, and then coming back home and going to school the next day. And there were kids as young as 5 years old, and that was for the whole week, and then the performance was on Friday. It was an amazing experience, and again, it was all possible because of Rashmi, the way she introduced us, and then we picked up from there.
Absolutely. So, that's the reason IIW is so special. And
it
again, a big shout out to you, Rashmi, Darshana,
Nilanjana.
Haimanti, we all just love you so much.
Yes, we do.
You're feeling all the love, Rashmi. Okay, so Nilanjana, other than being a wife, a mom of 3 girls, wow, bless. You are a COVID response officer in a local council, right?
Yes.
So that's fantastic. Tell us a bit about that.
I work for the environmental health department for my local council, and at the moment I'm working as a COVID response officer. There's a lot involved, and it's nothing close to what I do for Indradhanush kids. It's a very it's a job with a lot of responsibility, making sure the council is gets COVID-free ASAP with vaccines and things like that. So we maintain that, we manage that, and yeah, it's a very different kind of job. But as I said, that's a job. My passion is in the Dhanush kids. So
yeah, Indradhanush kids takes the top priority for you, right?
It does. It actually does.
Fantastic. I mean, your kids, all the students, they are so lucky to have you, you know.
I think I'm more lucky to have them. They're such wonderful children, all of them. They are so special, so wonderful. You know, and whatever, however bad day I would have, you know, they would make sure that my day gets better when I'm with them. So because we have classes every day, and somehow I have sessions with them every day. Weekends are more busier than weekdays, but yes, we have classes every single day, and I get to meet some child or the other every day. So it's quite nice that way.
That is brilliant, Nilanjana. That is fantastic. So a big shout out to all the listeners. Please start following Nilanjana, like and subscribe to the channel. Sounds just so amazing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to subscribe straight away, Darshana and Nilanjana, your channel. So I can't wait for that.
Thank
And
you.
do we have a little more time? Because you know, you girls are so special. Darshana is a beautiful, amazing poet, and Nilanjana, you're an amazing singer. I listened to you, few lines. When it all started, you sang few lines from a song. So yeah, I'm going to ask you to sing few lines. Is that okay?
Yeah. Darshana going first?
Would like you to sing because you know, I know you are a very good singer, so I'm waiting to hear you actually.
No. It's so, oh my God, I am not ready for this. This was out of syllabus, okay?
There's no syllabus here.
Darshana knows I'm very weird, and she is too. So yeah.
Okay. What am I singing? Let's see.
Any song, जो दिल की बहुत करीब है.
Okay.
Darshana, you're next, by the way.
I'm up for it. Singing, poetry, anything.
Chalo. Okay. A couple of lines here. Okay. जिसका जितना हो आंचल यहाँ पर, उसको सौगातें उतनी मिलेगी। फूल जीवन में करना खिले तो कांटों से भी निभाना पड़ेगा। जिंदगी प्यार का गीत है, इसे हर दिल को गाना पड़ेगा। जिंदगी गम का सागर भी है, हंस के उस पार जाना पड़ेगा।
Woo! Fabulous, Nilanjana. Thank you so much, yaar. And this is such an apt song for this moment. You know.
Wahi. It's I think it's a very apt song. I am doing another live again with IIW. I think it's on the 9th of May. If I am, I don't know. Not 9th. No, it's end of May, some date. I'll forward the poster, but that will be my musical journey. But then that day I'm going to sing only on live, basically. Zindagi.
Fantastic. Can't wait. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Me too. I'll be there too.
Thank you.
You've got a lovely voice, Nilanjana. Beautiful voice.
Yes. But the thing is, that's what I could not. I'm very bad with remembering lyrics. So वो दो चार line जो याद आई गा दिया.
बहुत बढ़िया and amazing. You are teaching kids and children and bringing this energy, very inspiring, and also because adults. So thank you very much for sharing.
No, the thing is, I had COVID as well, and really bad like breathing problem and things like that. But this singing kind of then brought me back into track, because with singing you do, you know, Darshana, you are a yoga teacher, because you work with your lung capacity. It increases your lung capacity because you're inhaling and exhaling. And the thing is, what we teach the children is your breathing needs to be in your control, not your body should not control it. Your mind has to control it. So depending on the nature of the song or the demand of the song, you can breathe in and breathe out. So your mind needs to control that, not your body. So that's
Very
what
true,
we are
very true,
teaching the children. Yeah. So in a
very true.
way, we are kind of doing what you're doing as well, Darshana, with physical dancing, and also with the singing. People think, oh, singing is just bad case ga rahe hain, but it does take a lot of energy. And teaching younger kids, little kids, and I think teaching singing is more difficult than dance, because with dance, if your hands go floppy, you can physically hold the hand up, but with your singing, I can't put my hands into their throat, so they need to bring it out themselves and sort of making them understand how. So we kind of say, imagine you're a balloon, so you're blowing in and they all go, and then when you're blowing out, that's when you sing. So when little 3-4-year-olds do this, is so cute and so amazing. But that's how we sort of teach them, that's how we sort of tell them how to do it, basically.
Beautiful. And music has connection with
Healing
our
power.
mind and heart.
Absolutely.
Whenever you sing, you are in the present moment.
Absolutely.
And whenever you dance, I mean, with dance, I feel that anything you do in life, it's like मैंने ये किया और बाद में मुझे खुशी मिली. But with singing and dancing, करते करते ही खुशी मिलती है.
Exactly.
So it's very connected. There was
Absolutely.
a doctor who was my student, and he also had COVID, and he said he was alone in the room, and he used to sing songs.
Yes.
And do the pranayama that we teach. So all music, everything is connected. Anyway, music has no language. So you're absolutely spot on. अगर उदास हो ना तो गाना गाइए, उससे आपकी lung capacity भी बढ़ेगी.
सच में है ये वही है कि with lots of, so I've got a student who is radiology department की head है वो यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल में, but she is an asthmatic patient और इतनी ज्यादा थी वो कि उसकी सारी medicines भी fail होना शुरू हुआ था. So but then she started singing and मेरे पास आती थी, तो मैं वो voice training जो हम कहते हैं, first we do voice training, and in that voice training धीरे 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 उसका वो ठीक होता गया. There are small techniques which we teach the children how to build that thing up inside. So and the kids are very like इसलिए मुझे बच्चे पसंद है. They are like very cutely वो उसको समझ के करते भी हैं, and they would listen, they would do it, and in a very fun way. And I try to connect everything to what they do in school as well. So number lines जैसे होता है, हम जो 3 सप्तक्स है, हम उसको उस number line के तौर पे उसको हम we sort of say, okay, imagine the number line. You have negative numbers, you have positive numbers, and you have the the normal numbers. So then and draw करके उनको बताते हैं कि, and so they can relate what they're doing in school to what they're doing for the lessons. तो इससे उनको समझने में भी easy होती है.
Wonderful, fabulous. It's all connected, isn't it? Yoga, meditation, singing.
It's all connected.
Helps mental health so much.
It does. It does.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Darshana, can you please unmute yourself, darling, because you are on.
What you want me to do, sing or recite a poetry?
Anything that you feel like right now.
So, I because Nilanjana is also there, so maybe she can, correct me in my singing. I think I should take this opportunity to sing. I love this song very much because it has such a deep meaning. I don't know the full song. I mean, I know the full song, but it's very hard to sing that full lyrics of this song, but I do love this song. So I'll make an attempt to sing this.
Please.
मुझको इरादे दे, कसमें देवा दे दे, मेरी दुआओं के इशारों को सहारे दे, दिल को ठिकाने दे, नए बहाने दे, ख्वाबों की बारिशों को मौसम के पैमाने दे, अपने करम की कर अदाएं कर दे, इधर भी तू निगाहें, सुन रहा है ना तू, रो रहा हूँ मैं, सुन रहा है ना तू, क्यों रो रहा हूँ मैं यारा, यारा.
Woo! Fantastic.
Thank
Fabulous.
you.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Nilanjana. You should give me some feedback.
Oh, अरे मैं I am also still learning. Don't मैं कोई it's I haven't learned the end of it. I'm also learning from everybody. I'm also still learning from my Guruji. So I'm also learning. We are all on the same boat.
Thank you.
Very
और
well.
yeah, एक छोटी सी poem है. I'd like to just read out that poem. It's called "I Live One More Time." It's like very small poem. It says, "Kiss me with your eyes, for these lips are sealed. Kiss me with your eyes, for these lips are sealed. Hold my gaze, for these hands are tied. Hold my gaze, for these hands are tied. Feel me with your breath, feel me with your breath, for I live one more time, for I live one more time, just to be with you, just to be with you."
Wow.
Oh, that's really good.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's kind of intense, you know? Well
Yeah,
done.
very
Did you
intense.
like it?
Yes, I like to write romantic poetry, so I don't know how I write it, but it just comes.
सही है यार, because मेरी तो ऐसा है कि मेरी तो 2 लाइन राइम होगी ही नहीं. I can never think of writing poetry, because even in my kids' schools, they had to write these rhyming lines, and they came to me and I was like, cat, mat, बस rhyme हो गया ना, पीछे cat और mat लगा दे. It's like I could never think of writing a poetry, never.
But अभी ऐसा नहीं है. Rhyming, even if you don't rhyme your poems, that's fine. You know, main is it should be the voice of your heart. So what I suggest to everybody who wants to write, and anybody can write, trust me, hand on heart, anybody can write.
No.
Anytime any thoughts come, just take paper and pen and write it. Even if it is 1 line, 2 line, and after 2-3 days, you will add more lines and it will become a poem. Trust me. Try it.
No way. I don't think so. So poetry and drawing, these two things, I think in this life, I don't think so. So all my animals look the same. 4 legs and a head. It could be, you could call it a cow, a dog, a donkey, whatever, lion, everything looks the same.
Nilanjana, you must come to my place, or I must show you my drawings. You will love them. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at drawing. Oh my God. And even worse in, crafts. I can't make anything.
No, same here. Same here. I don't think this is going to happen in this life. So I'm not even
Yeah,
going to.
yeah. One day my son came to me with this project that we have to sew something, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, kahan phas gaya, mujhe nahi aata.
Same. So I was stitching my daughter's so she had to make something, and she gave me to stitch. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I said, oh, don't worry, I'm going to do it for you. So I stitched the whole thing, but I stitched my nightie with it. So at 12 o'clock, when it was all done, look, it's all done. Of course, not really. Since then, she never comes to me. And even if I offer to help, no, mommy, it's fine. It's okay. So I've done all sorts.
You know,
So
there
this
are
I
some
don't
things.
try anymore.
Yeah, I think I've learned that over the times that there are a few things you should not try. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying, you know, painting and, you know, making crafts. That I can't do that. But girls, thank you so much. This was so inspiring, you know, refreshing and just amazing. You guys are just so good, so inspiring, and thank you so much for, you know, taking your time and talking to us.
Thank you very much for having me, Haimanti and IIW and Rashmi. Thank you very much to everyone who's joined us today, and for your times as well. And thank you, Haimanti. You've been so wonderful and good to know you. And Darshana,
Same.
Thank you. Thank you, Nilanjana. Thank you, Haimanti. You're a wonderful host and I enjoyed talking. ऐसे लगता है we should not end this year or continue करना चाहिए. So grab on the phones if you still want to talk to me. And of course, we will talk because this Facebook, of course, it's live and we have to end. But lovely meeting you online and big hug, virtual hug to both of you and everybody.
Absolutely. And before you guys go, Nilanjana, did you share your YouTube details? And Darshana, did you do it?
Yes.
I
I have
probably
shared it
did.
on the chat.
Yeah.
Nilanjana has shared her YouTube link
I
as
have.
well.
Yeah.
And please, Nilanjana, share your YouTube link on the Facebook as well after we finish this.
Yeah, that's fine. Please do like and subscribe. I'm sure on the evenings that you feel really tired and, you know, just like, open any of those videos and it will make you smile. That's my promise to you, because these little kids are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. So definitely.
I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely going
Thank
to
you
do
very
that.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Also, like
Bye.
my page, Reflections with Darshana. You can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. YouTube channel is just Darshana Shah.
A big shout out to all the listeners. Please, guys, follow these amazing two ladies, Nilanjana and Darshana. They're doing amazing job, and subscribe, like to their channels, the YouTube channels. So yeah, let's do it. So guys, thank you once again, and thank you IIW, thank you Rashmi and the entire team for organizing this beautiful event and giving us this opportunity, you know, to talking to us, getting to know each other. This is wonderful.
Thank you, everyone. I'm sitting in dark actually, so I'm just switch off my light. And I'm really very thankful to Sulekha Davda, who has been here and watching us. Thank you for coming here. Thank you, Mahendraji, for being there in support of all women. And tomorrow we have another YouTube yell, which is Anita Prasad. She has her AMP Arts House with her YouTube channel. And we have Saran or Sharanya, I think her name is. She will be coming with her own YouTube channel. So we will be meeting new YouTubers tomorrow again. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Thank you, Haimanti. You were lovely.